Hello there, little explorers. Go ahead and cuddle up in your warm blankets. Tonight, we're going to travel back in time. Can you imagine a world without light at night? A world where, when the sun went to sleep, everything was dark, except for the flickering, dancing light of a candle, painting strange shadows on the wall. Well, that was the world a long, long time ago. But then, one boy with an unstoppable curiosity came along and changed everything. His name was Thomas Edison, but his family called him Al. From the time he was very small, Al was different. While other children played tag, Al was busy asking questions. Why do birds fly? Why does water flow? And his favorite question of all, how does it work? Al's mind was always buzzing with ideas. He turned his family's cellar into a little laboratory, full of jars and wires and strange gadgets. He wanted to figure out the secrets of everything. Of course, not all of his experiments worked. He was known to cause a few small explosions that shook the house, but Al was never discouraged. Every mistake just made him more curious. As Al grew up, he saw a big problem. The candlelight and oil lamps were dim, dangerous, and a little bit smelly. He dreamed of a different kind of light, a safe, clean, brilliant light that could fill a whole house with just the flip of a switch. He dreamed of the electric light bulb. Many people said it was impossible, but the word impossible didn't mean much to Thomas Edison. He got to work in his laboratory, which was much bigger now, with a whole team of people who shared his dream. And so, the quest began. To make light, he needed a tiny little thread, called a filament, that would glow when electricity passed through it, but wouldn't burn up. He tried a piece of cotton thread. He turned on the power. Poof! It burned to ash in a flash. That's okay. He tried a little sliver of paper. Fizz, it glowed for a second, and then went dark. That's okay, too. He kept going. He tried a line from a fishing pole. He tried a hair from a friend's beard. He even tried a fiber from a coconut. He tried hundreds of things, then thousands. Each time, the result was the same. Poof, fizz, darkness. One day a reporter visited his lab and asked, "Mr. Edison, you have failed thousands of times. Don't you feel like giving up?" Thomas smiled and said something we still remember today. "I have not failed," he said. "I have just found 1,000 ways that won't work. Each time I try, I am one step closer to finding the way that will." You see, for Thomas, every failure wasn't a step backward. It was a lesson. It's like when you're trying to solve a maze. Every time you hit a dead end, you don't quit. You just learn, okay, not this way, and you turn around to try a different path. Thomas and his team tested over 6,000 different materials, 6,000 dead ends, but they did not stop. And then, late one night, after thousands of hours of work, Thomas tried something new. A piece of bamboo thread that had been cooked into carbon. It was so thin and delicate. He carefully placed it inside the glass bulb and pumped out all the air. Everyone in the room held their breath. Thomas flipped the switch. There was no poof. There was no fizz. Instead, a soft, warm, gentle light began to glow. The little filament shone with a beautiful orange light. 1 minute passed. It was still shining. Then 10 minutes, then an hour. It kept on glowing. They had done it. The whole room erupted in cheers. They hadn't just made a light bulb. They had made hope. They had lit a little fire that would chase away the dark for the entire world. So tonight, when your mom or dad turns out the lights and leaves on your little nightlight, think of the story of Thomas Alva Edison. Remember that the greatest inventions, the biggest successes, often come after trying and trying and trying again. Never be afraid to make a mistake, little explorer. Every time you try something new and it doesn't quite work, you're just discovering one way that doesn't work and getting one step closer to the way that does. Just like Thomas, always keep your curiosity glowing. Now, close your eyes. Sleep well and have sweet, brilliant dreams.